Hey everybody, this is One of Wisdom. We're back. This is it's only about 10:45 p.m. I played earlier today because it's Sunday. This is my 1000th day of Wii Fit Plus. It's a pretty cool milestone. The Rhythm Kung Fu, I had a Norton pop up, kind of killed the commentary and audio. Not the commentary, but just it totally. I mean, it dropped so many frames it like doesn't even sync up at the end. And that's the game audio. I may wind up having to replay that, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and advance. This will be part 4 of our Training Plus playthrough. We're going to head to the driving range. There are 3 parts here. Obviously got driver, iron, and approach, so it goes in distances, basically wedge or 7 through 9 iron type shot. 4 started in the past. 3.0 METs, which is surprising. You need the balance board and the Wiimote. How about some golf? Use the Wii remote as your club and we can analyze your swing. I am very scared of this one, not because of the exercise itself, but because of the headset. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'll go ahead and get started. We'll have to wait. Of course, you do have to. The other thing that's going to be weird on this one, I can't have the board centered with the TV, and that actually does make a difference in my opinion. If I was left-handed this might work out, but I'm not, so my back is to the computer, which means the headset cord stretches across my body, and not quite sure how it's going to work out. There's confirmation. If anyone wonders, I am right-handed, so it is kind of cool though. You get to see all the Mii's golfing. You put on basically khakis and belt and some golf shoes, but it's still cool. You've got the glove, as you can see. The glove clearly does not fit, if anyone cares, but yeah, I mean, it color coordinates. This one's going to be 100 yards, and basically what you want to do is center yourself, maintain perfect balance, and then just take a swing. Let me try the practice swings here. Okay, I will say this, I might be able to pull this off, but I am way off center from the TV, which as weird as that sounds, it does. For me, it makes a difference. It's just like if you're at a real driving range and the pin's supposed to be dead in front of you, and then you go and you stand 2 stalls to the left. It's, just one of those things, but I'll try to make the most of it. Anyway, what I've found out the best thing to do is to center yourself with a red dot. They call it red, it's really more pink, but we'll stick with red. 50-50 horizontal and vertical. Hold the A button down and then come through just with a natural progression, which that one wasn't very good. I didn't actually swing it hard enough. You can get miss for 0 points, okay for 1 point, and I think it's nice shot or good or something along that line for 2 points. You can do a swing analysis. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Anytime you get a really good shot, you're going to have this cutscene where it, rolls up and it'll show your distance. You always see the distance, but obviously it's usually anything within 10 yards they'll show. Actually, it's anything that lands on the green. I take that back. I think I have gotten a perfect score on this one before. As you progress to the iron and the driver, it gets progressively harder. You tend to want to cut and slice and everything on those. This one's fairly straightforward. It's basically just like a chip shot, which I do golf. I actually did golf, before, basically when I was like 13 through 15. That's when I really golfed quite a bit, and then kind of got a license and quit doing it. Then I was too busy. School, college, work. I still hit the ball around in the backyard and in open fields, but as far as like being on a golf course, it's probably been a decade or more, which is hard to believe. But can you get the ball in the cup? I think you can. I've never actually seen it done. I know on Wii Sports you can get a hole-in-one. I don't know how many people really play this. I mean, I've gotten extremely close. I've never actually done it. You know, I'm not going to lie and say I have, but I mean, that one prior to that was 99 yards, which, I mean, that's right there. I have hit one 100 yards, and it's been, you know, basically right beside the pin, but I never have got one in the cup. I've always been hopeful that I will. I have no clue if you can, and if you do, what happens. You know, it would be cool to do that, though. And the headset is, the harder I swing, the more the headset wants to come off. So, I mean, just bear with me on that. It may fly off at some point. Well, it's really sad on this one. If you ever miss one, you know, like, granted, I missed one at the very start, but thing that usually happens, you either do that right off the bat, or you get like 18 in a row and then miss the second to last one. This headset's really starting to bother me now. You know, it's kind of slipping down. Which I'm trying not to make static, but it's really hard, you know. But essentially what I'm doing here is what you want to do on the iron and the driver. It's just, you kind of have to hit the ball harder on those, and then you open up more of a, you know, issue with your swing. Here comes our token text message for the night. So there's 100 yards. Obviously it was off to the side. I don't remember how far I've hit one. Well, I'm not going to do it now. Just because we've got... Oh, come on. We had a pretty good score going. Okay, that still counts as a nice shot. It just didn't hit the green. So it's still the full... I take it back. It's not 1, 10, and 2. I think it's 20, 10, and 5 or something like that. That's how the scoring breakdown goes. If I was doing horrible, I mean, I would just chuck one and see how far we could hit it. I know I've gone past the green before. It's just, I mean, this is actually going to be only one miss, so, well, it wasn't a miss, it just wasn't the full 10 points, you know. And I really felt like I'd played this more than it said I had. I usually, well, I mean, I guess I play it like once or twice a week, to be honest with you. It's actually, according to the METs, it's a great workout. I mean, it's higher than island cycling, which that kind of, you have to question that from time to time. It's kind of like BMI. You know, you'll tell a linebacker that they're, you know, need to lose weight, and I mean, the guy could pick you and the nurse and the scale up and chuck you out the window. So you kind of have to take all that with a grain of salt. There's some situations it works, there's some where it doesn't. But so now we've got one shot left. You get 20. I mean, obviously you get 20 balls here if anyone cares. I missed the first one, so hopefully we get this one. And then that does kind of suck, though, to have just been one off. It would have been awesome to get a perfect score. May have hit that one too hard. Still a nice shot, just didn't land on the green. So sadly, this is for the playthrough on my 1000th day, and we missed our first shot, which is the only one we missed. Just for the heck of it, I'll hit swing analysis for you. Just so you can kind of see it, and I won't have to do it. The other ones will take probably a little longer just because of the downtime. And I mean, this is actually pretty dadgum cool. As you can see, he puts on this little, I never quite understood that. It's like a graduation cap. He does it at the end too, when he tells us we could be a professional. Overall, that was a perfect swing from your center of balance to your weight shift. Which, as dumb as this sounds, I don't know to what extent some of you golf or just think this is neat or don't mess with it, but most golf shops now have like a little virtual driving range where there's basically like a projection screen and you drive. it's not necessarily a board, but there's actually sensors that detect essentially what you see here, and they from that base your distance, accuracy, determine if you need a shorter club or a longer club, yada yada yada. And so it's kind of cool that is incorporated here. But that swing is like that of a pro. Keep it up to maintain that level of performance. You can play it again. You can do an example. I'm just going to go back. And now we're done. Best shot, okay, 99 yards. You remember I had that 100 yarder, but clearly they go by what was closest to the cup. That 100 yarder was probably like 3-4 feet from the pin. Anyway, the Wii balance board says amazing. Your swing will challenge that of professional. And of course, caveat is maybe. Maybe you should try that swing out at a real driving range. What do you think? So it is nice. He encourages, say you play this for the first time, and you do okay. You come back and play it the next night, and then by the end of the week, you get this message, and you think, hey, maybe I'll go try it out at the driving range. And golf's a great game. It's good exercise, not necessarily from the swing and what you do here at the driving range portion, but just because you walk so much. 18 holes of golf, even at a par 3, where you might have like the max hole would be like 250 yards. That's 750 feet from the pin bot, where you tee off to the pin. And shoot, multiply that by 18 and you've got a pretty good walk, which you otherwise wouldn't have had. And you're out in the sun, get this, all the benefits of that. That's hence why so many doctors recommend it. It's basically just, it's not really anything different than just walking the track, but the element of being with friends and hitting a golf ball and competing, it's just extra motivation for people, kind of a little something different than walking a track or the mall, so as you can see, it's 10, 5, and 0 for the breakdown. Got 19 perfect shots, and that very first one's the one we got okay on, so we missed the perfect score. We got 195 points, championship rank, 4-star. I hadn't played this one a whole lot. As you can see, I have done it perfect before, like I think maybe 2 or 3 times, to be honest. It just doesn't replicate. I think I did them, back to back to back actually. But this is still good for second place. Main thing is we 4-starred it. You kind of get the background on the driving range concept here. It's 5 minutes, about 18 calories, which that alone isn't really that bad. And we'll go ahead and close it out here. And I think what I'm going to do, this will wind up being about 12 to 15 minutes. So I'll probably just do each one of these separate. That way it'll keep the video size down for everybody. People are more likely to watch the full playthrough that way. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. And as always, thanks for watching.